All right, so to make sure you guys are good with boxes and you're used to using them, I want you guys to multiply. We'll go x plus 3 and x squared plus x minus 2. Okay, I'll have you guys multiply these together by using a box right now, okay? So I'm going to show you guys how to set up the box just in case you didn't know how to set up the box. Put x plus 3 on right here and then draw a horizontal line so you have 2 rows. And then we're going to go x squared, x, and then -2 so that we have 3 columns. And the way you multiply these two together, instead of doing distribution like this, we're going to use the box. I want you guys to fill in all these squares right here, all those empty squares, by multiplying this guy times this guy, and then this guy times this guy, and keep going all around and filling them all in. Go ahead, go do that right now. After you fill in the boxes, you guys add. Okay, this guy has nobody to add to, so he's by himself. Everybody say, aw. Okay, these two guys are like terms, and so we can add those two together, and that's kind of how it works, is the diagonals are always like terms. These are like terms, so I'm going to add those together. I get 1x, and then I get -6 for my last one right there, okay? So, my answer to this question, this product right here, is x to the third plus 4x squared plus x minus 6, okay? So, yes, we can use a box to multiply. All right, we can also use a box to divide. Okay, so I want you guys to pretend that you don't see this right here. Okay, here is another problem. We're going to write x to the third plus 4x squared plus x minus 6, and we're going to divide from that x plus 3. We're going to divide. Okay, so this is how you would do it. You guys ready? You ready? Ready? Okay, first just draw a box and make the box kind of big. You know, we don't know how many columns and rows this is going to have. Well, maybe you do. Maybe you're used to doing this and you kind of know how many columns and rows there are. Put x and 3 right here because that is that polynomial is part of the multiplying to get the top number. Our goal is to find the other polynomial that multiplies to this guy to get this guy. Okay, so that's our job right now. So this goes on the outside of the box. So you start with an arrow here and an arrow here. That's how you build it. Okay, and we're going to put x to the third right there, and then we're going to put 4x squared right here. Now, the arrows come off of the diagonals. And so you know how many arrows there are because you know how many terms there are right here. Now, we know that there's an x and a -6 that we also have to put onto this outside right here. So that's 2 more terms, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. We need 4 arrows. So we need to draw 1, 2. And I kind of like divide it out evenly so then I can draw out my columns and I can see, oh my gosh, there's 3 columns. And then you put x right here and then -6, and now you're ready to roll. Now, if you're dividing, I always start at the top left and then work my way around the box, or through the box, I should say. So, this box right here, that should be obvious. What is that box? That one is x cubed, right? Okay. So if this is x cubed, what would the term have to be up there that multiplies to x to get you x cubed?
X squared.
X squared. So we would put x squared right here. And now, what's the next box we can fill in?
It's like a puzzle box.
Yeah, we could totally do the -6, but I recommend not doing that guy just because sometimes there's remainders. And if there's a remainder, you don't want to fill this guy in right here because he actually won't go there because he could be a remainder. So the other box that we can fill in is this guy. How would we get that box?
You multiply 3x squared.
X squared times 3. So we put that in right here, 3x squared. Okay, now, talk to your neighbors right now and see if you guys know how you would know what this box is right there. Good job, guys. I heard you guys say this should be 1x squared because they are supposed to add up to 4x squared. Is everybody cool? Everybody cool? Everybody understand? All right, so far so good? Okay, now that I have this, I can figure out this one. What times x would give me 1x squared? Just x, right? X times x gives me 1x squared? Yes. Okay, so now we can fill in the next boxes. I'm going to pause right here and let you guys do the rest, and then I'll do it with you to see if you guys got it. All right, moving on forward now. This would be 3x because you multiply these two foos. And then you can find out this square right here. Why? Because that square plus this square is supposed to equal this. So what would this square have to be? And negative 2x. Oh, snappity waggity baggity. That's right. Negative 2 plus 3 would equal 1. And so now what times x would give me that? A negative dose. And then we go negative dose times 3, and then we get negative 6, and we see, oh, look, they're the same. That means there's no remainder. And now we have our answer. What does this actually equal? This equals x squared plus x minus 2. Now, this is another method of division. I would say this can replace long division, but you just have to choose which one you like better. Okay, which one do you feel like writes more? It's really up to you. I feel like there's less of a chance to mess up on negatives this way. I think there's more of a chance to mess up on negatives the other way. However, the other way, long division, you guys have done that before. You've done that with other numbers, and so it might be more familiar to you. So you have to make the decision for yourself.